Hi, and welcome back to our kitchen. Come on in and sit right down. Today I'm going to be making what I call a sweet and savory melting sweet potato. And what it is most people do the melting potatoes with the maple syrup and it's all sweet and everything like that. Well, I'm going to twist it up and put a little bit of herbs in here, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, I have sweet potatoes here that we cut in, it looks like about an inch, half an inch rounds. And I put it on a baking sheet with non-stick aluminum foil. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil over them. Second, I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. It's plant-based butter. I use a country crock, which I've added probably 1/8 of a teaspoon of dried herb leaves. Dried thyme. And I'm going to try to dot each one. Okay, next we have salt. Now you're going to use pinches of kosher salt because a little goes a long way. And I'm just going to lightly put it on the potatoes. Also, I have pepper here. Sorry, we like a lot of pepper. You don't have to add this much. What you're going to do is you're going to take them and flip them over. My hands are clean. Okay, and then you move the potatoes around a little bit in the oil. I don't think it needs any more olive oil or anything like that. Maybe just a touch, but little. Okay, I missed one. Here we go. Just a little bit. Couple drips. Not much. Okay, again, with the salt and pepper. Now the butter is salted butter. I don't have unsalted. Lightly dust with pepper again. And we're going to put these in the oven, 425 degrees. They're going to go for about 18 minutes. And then when we take them out, I'll show you the next step. Okay, these have been in the oven for about probably 17 minutes. And now you have to flip them. Be careful you don't get burnt. Not going to add any more oil or butter because it seems like it's doing okay on the sheet. If you have a bigger flipper or you can't figure out how to do it, use a fork on your other hand, and that way it flips easy. Okay, let's spread them out again. Now here I made a cup of chicken broth. Now in some of the recipes on the internet it calls for half a cup. but I made a cup because I may need more, so I always make more if I figure I'm going to need more, if that makes sense. I added a half a teaspoon of garlic powder to this, because again, this is going to be a sweet savory dish. Try not to get on the potatoes, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Okay, almost a cup. And this helps steam the potatoes. You can smell that garlic. This is going to go back in the oven for another probably 17 minutes. And then I'll take you to the stove and show you how to make the glaze for the pecan maple glaze. Okay, on the stove I have a little skillet, and I have half a cup of pecans that I'm going to put in the pan and let them toast up a little bit. Now you don't want to have your burner too hot. I've got mine medium high, but on the low side, if you know what I mean. I have an electric stove, so I have it on number 6. With gas, I could just look down and turn it the way I wanted to, but let them toast for a little bit. As soon as you smell the pecans, you know they're toasted. Don't go any further than that because you'll burn them. So just keep them in here for a little bit. They're starting to smell a little bit. The reason behind the toasting is for flavor. People do it all the time, and you just want to get that flavor. Okay, they're smelling good. Here I have half a cup of maple syrup. Now I use pure maple syrup. I don't use the imitation. I put a half a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. And also, this is my secret ingredient, and it's very optional. I use a teriyaki stir-fry marinade by Sanjay, and I love this stuff. If I ever have leftover rice from a dinner, I pour this stuff over it, and I just love it. This is optional. You don't have to do it. It's going to sizzle a little bit, and I'm going to add, the teriyaki was, I don't know if I said, 2 tablespoons. We want to get this to a boil, which is almost there anyway. Melt the butter and let it boil for about a minute, and let that maple syrup concentrate a little bit and make sort of a glaze. And we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, the potatoes are done. I stuck a toothpick in them. When the time was up, I actually did 17 minutes, and then when second baking was 17. But you need to stick a toothpick in them to make sure they're done. So it smells so good in here, you wouldn't believe. I'm going to plate these up. I want to try to get the crispy bottom turned up so they look beautiful. If you're a new viewer, please subscribe to my channel. I leave my email at the bottom. In the description. And I leave the recipe down below too. Now, some people have said they can't see the recipe. You have to click on that Show More arrow in the description box. Or if you're on a cell phone, you have to push on the arrow and it'll bring you down. I don't know if you can see this or not, but my mouth is watering. Okay, here's our glaze. It's nice and thick and lovely. And I know that you're going to want to put this on your Easter table. It's different. It's not your mother's candied sweet potatoes. And I added some sweet and savory to the dish. Beautiful. Okay, I just want to say Happy Easter, and I hope you have a good one, and hoping that the COVID calms down to where we can go back to our lives again. Don't forget to support your local businesses, and I'll see you next time. Bye.